Good afternoon. It is currently 2:26 on the Wild Wild West Coast in Sugar's World. I have to get ready for a hot Valentine's Day date tonight. And I'm also going to be ranking every single Valentine's Day Barbie ever made. So grab a snack, grab a coffee, and let's get glam with Sugar. I was really trying to sip that. So it's currently a few days before Valentine's Day, and the hot date in question tonight is myself. But I actually do have a real date on the 14th. But Sugar won't be going to that. Cooper will be going. So today I'm getting glam as if Sugar was going on a Valentine's Day date. This is metaphorical. Is that a word? I'm seriously so obsessed with Valentine's Day. Always have been, always will. I mean, I'm in this bright pink hoodie today. My friends Jaden and Marley, they own a PR agency, so they sent me this. It's from the brand Boys Live. Look how cute in the back, has like a little heart. I thought it was very fitting. But in Sugar's world, Valentine's Day is like Sugar's holiday. Like Sugar Times, like yes. Like it's literally everything that I'm about. Pink and candy and girliness and kawaii. I love the word kawaii now. I'm in my Hello Kitty era, if you see that purse right there. I'm getting ahead of myself, but I also have the Hello Kitty nails I'm gonna be putting on later. I want to talk about the date I'm going to be going on next week for Valentine's Day, but I'm so nervous that person is going to be watching. So, yeah. I can't mess this up, okay? I feel like I literally say everything on the internet, so this will be to be continued because Miss Sugar, I can't mess up the vortex right here. I can't be speaking it out. I just have to keep this in my head, and we will release when it's time, when it's safe to, but I don't know who's watching these videos. As much as I want just my Sugar peeps, my Sugar World peeps to be watching, what if the evil eye is watching? I can't let the evil eye mess this up for me. Remember, I'm a hopeless romantic. I believe in true love. Nothing is gonna ruin this moment for me, okay? Let me live my little fantasy. So, okay, back to the brows. Literally every year, my mom was always Spice and I's Valentine's. It was so cute. And I specifically loved Valentine's Day because that was the day Spice and I were able to get a doll. Really all the holidays. So it'd be our birthday, Christmas, Valentine's Day, Easter. But for Valentine's Day, we'd always get a budget doll because, you know, my mom would also get the candies and all of that. So all of my memories really stem from which doll I got every year for Valentine's Day. And now I feel like I'm becoming that doll I would get. So I don't need a doll this year. Even though Spice and I are literally going to be filming a gift exchange for Valentine's Day after this. How many times can I say Valentine's Day in one video? So Spice is getting ready at her place right now and she'll be over shortly. Well, probably not shortly because Miss Thing just texted me. She's like, finish my wig, gonna shower and start getting ready. I'm like, girl, I'll see you in 10 hours. Which is fine for me because I'm loving my new space. I love getting ready by myself. So I'm in my little creative vortex. I'm flying high. I just feel so aligned in this moment to be with you guys. Sometimes I get nervous to show my excitement or my love or my true essence because, you know, I have to protect my heart. Being a very spiritual, empathetic person, you know, we can't just let anyone in. So it's been a journey, but I'm really loving just this community we're building here. I know I say this in every video, but I read all of your comments and I see you, I feel you. And, you know, let me know what you're struggling with and what you want me to talk about because I will gladly do it. This channel is for you, it's for me, it's for us. So let's start diving in. What do you need help with? What do you need Miss Sugar to address? Is it relationships? Is it problems at home? Is it dealing with I got you. Okay, we're gonna address it all. I'm just so excited for this trip coming up. I haven't been to New York since Pride with the whole Paris Hilton moment. And we are also there for Kat Von D or KVD, the new beauty rebrand moment. But I really wasn't in that good of a place. I mean, I will say that Paris Hilton day when I was just performing by myself, that was magical. It was also the peak of me and Spice not being friends, and there were just people in our lives that were really pulling us apart, or there was a person, and it was just really dark. But through that darkness was the light with that shining moment for me. And you know, I remember being so down, but that day I wasn't. I was just so excited to be with Paris and I felt so glam and I felt so beautiful. That day is so iconic for me because I was literally rushing to get there because they're texting me, Paris's team, and they're like, we need you right now. You're about to go on. I'm like, whoa, hold on. My call time isn't for another hour. they're like, oh, we don't need you anymore. I'm like, what? And then seconds later, a mutual friend that knew Paris, they were like, no, girl, come. She wants you. Don't listen to the team. So then I'm putting on my wig. I'm like, girls, round them up. I have my friends in the hotel room that were coming with me. I'm putting my shoes on in the car. We finally get there. And I was like, okay, right when you step out of this Uber, we're in Central Park right now. The gays are here. Paris is waiting for you. You need to turn it on. And I stepped out and I didn't even have to turn it on. I felt so good. I was in full superstar mode. Nothing could stop me. We run up onto the stage and I'm like, what are we doing? Like, I had no idea what to expect. Like, this whole thing about performing at Paris, and I was just there ready to serve a look, basically. I was like, oh, I have to move. And they're like, just go out there and give Paris. And that's all I needed to hear. We go out, I'm bopping around. I'm just like, what would Paris do if she was on stage? Going in with the One Size Secure the Glow. I've been obsessed with her since I tried it in my last video, Getting Glam with Farrah. It's so tacky and it really fixed my issue of having my makeup cling to my dryness right here. So thank God for her. But yeah, that Central Park, New York City, Paris Hilton moment was honestly such a little movie scene for me. One thing to know about Miss Sugar, I always get my movie moment. It's like I manifest it or something. It was so funny because I remember getting out on stage and the first people I saw were kind of these gays that always used to pay me dust. And they were living, of course, because they're like, oh, a familiar face on stage. It's like, wow, these are the people years ago that ignored me and probably thought I was so weird because I did drag. But you can get the sense, right? They're like, oh, you're too like feminine for us. And we're like mask and macho, right? So I'm like, girl, whatever. So for me to walk out and see them just like living and getting all excited, and then they ended up coming back after and were really sweet, I was like, oh, funny how the tables have turned. That's the lesson of focus on yourself and don't try to get that instant dopamine hit, right? Work on yourself and eventually the girls will come around. But when they come around, you're not even gonna want them anymore. So I remember being so nervous that day because that was technically my first gig without Spice. It was giving solo Sugar moment, but thank God for Jan and Jackie. They took me under their wing. They made me feel so special and safe, and it was so nice to feel respected by other drag queens. I felt like they actually enjoyed my presence, which was very refreshing. It was also a full circle moment for Jan and I because when I had first started doing drag, I think only a few months in, Spice and I had done her makeup right before season 12 was airing. So it was so cute because we knew each other from way back when, and I was just a baby queen then, and she was, you know, hitting her mark on season 12. And I was like, oh, one day, you know, that would be me. But also it felt really out of reach because it took me so long to do makeup in the beginning. And that was a lot of unpacking and trauma I had to get through. I know it's like, why would trauma be related to you doing your makeup in a timely manner? But everything relates back to that, okay? We have to unlearn those negative beliefs and those stories that honestly don't serve us anymore. I'm going on a tangent, but very grateful for Jan and Jackie. Also, the vibes were just so amazing that day. It was summer in Central Park and just the gays were rolling in the crowd, and I don't know, it was just so fun. And I just have the best memories from that moment, and my dress was sparkling. And I remember it was so cute because Spice texted me and she's like, girl, you look amazing, because she saw on someone's story. And then she was like with Aquaria and another queen, and they were like, girl, who's who? Is that Paris or Sugar? They couldn't tell. And they're texting me like, bitch, that unit. And I remember that made me feel so good because, you know, you feel on your own and then your girls are texting you, hyping you up, and I love moments like that. I want to show you guys the difference in these contacts. So this is my natural eye, and this is the new Anime doll lens. I love circle lenses because although I naturally have blue eyes, you're probably like, wait, why are you adding contacts? But this gives that doll illusion. It basically makes the whites of your eyes smaller and just the pupil is it bigger. Is it the pupil? I don't know. Eyes in science. Okay, I just put the other one in, but can you see the difference? It's so anime and doll like. It really makes a difference with kind of closing up my white waterline. I feel like that's where you really see the dollification. Going in with my Trader Joe's eye cream, I also got their lip mask. This is the berry mask. I'm obsessed. I feel like the people at my Trader Joe's probably think I'm crazy because I come in every day. I only get what I'm gonna get for that day. So it's always the same thing. I got my little egg whites and my cauliflower and my salad. And then I'm just like over in like the skincare section and just like having a great time. And they're probably like, what's going on? And then I'm at the register and I'm like, oh my God, I got a mask. And the girl's like, get off my line. The biggest tragedy is Trader Joe's is known for doing no collabs or sponsorships with anyone. And I'm over here like their biggest fan. And when I actually went viral a few months ago for shopping in Trader Joe's in full drag, my team reached out and they're like, hey, Sugar would love to do a collaboration. And it was crickets, but it's okay. I will gladly promote without getting a dime from them. I don't care. You know, Miss Sugar, she's a giver. She likes to give to her people. Let me know what you're doing for Valentine's Day, what your plans are. I feel like it's so easy to hate on Valentine's Day and be like, oh my God, like, I'm forever alone, I'm single, like, F love. It's like, no, I love love. And I've never been on a date on Valentine's Day, but every year I love it because I just feel grateful for everyone else that is in a loving relationship. But ultimately, the most important relationship is the one between us and us. It's all about the self-love, okay? I think a lot of us, we dream about having an escape car, AKA someone that's gonna come love us and save us from our everyday life. It's like, no girl, we need to get our ish together ourselves because any problems you have single are only gonna be exacerbated when you're in a relationship. So let's get ourselves together. And then maybe next year you'll be on a date on Valentine's Day. But also, in my ideal romance, Valentine's Day isn't even a big deal because it's like every day we love each other. And every day it's romantic, you know? But I do love holidays because I feel like everyone else is able to get into the fantasy world. And for me, I'm always in my fantasy world. So I just like to see people be in their fantasy. Does that make sense? It's like, oh, okay, you're joining in. Really, every day can be a holiday and be so fun and a celebration. But okay, we'll allow it today. Going in with my MAC full coverage foundation, y'all know the drill. One of these days, I'm gonna try a new foundation, but I'm thinking trying all new makeup or maybe your favorite makeup is gonna have to happen in the future. For now, we're going with the staples. A lot of y'all were tagging me and Spice on Instagram because I guess Drag Race is doing a doll challenge and everyone's like, oh my God, they were inspired by you. They literally went to your Instagram and was like, okay, what could we do? And I appreciate y'all getting defensive and upset because you're like, oh my God, Sugar and Spice would have won this challenge. I'm not even mad. I think inspiration is the highest form of flattery. So thank you, Drag Race. I mean, we all knew they were obsessed, even though they treated us like shit. But this is just kind of confirmation. It's like they want you there and they want your brand and everything you stand for, but also they don't like you because you did this on your own. And technically you don't need them. So that's a slap in the face for them. It's like us being on Drag Race kind of popped that little bubble of this fantasy world of only we make the stars and you all have to follow this blueprint. And then we walk in and we're like, actually, you don't need Drag Race. You just need to put yourselves out there. This isn't really needed. This is a fun, great platform, but girls, we all have the same time in the day. We can become superstars by ourselves. We don't need anyone else's approval. So ultimately, that's why they were mad. But it's cute that, you know, they're using our brand for ratings. I mean, I haven't seen how they portrayed the doll community. They probably won't even talk about that. I don't know. It's funny because World of Wonder actually wanted to do a show called All Dolled Up with Spice and I. It was literally in the works. It was going to be all about dolls and just the whole doll world, and it was going to be like a competition. We were going to be the host. Ultimately, it didn't work out, and it's probably for the best because we can do our own stuff now. I mean, I haven't even been watching this season, and it's no shade to Drag Race. It's just, I'm kind of tapped out of reality TV at the moment. Even Housewives, like, it just doesn't hit the same for me anymore, and I guess it's because I know how the sauce is made, but I think it's just me spiritually. I've reached a level of this feels fake and forced. I'd rather be listening to content or consuming things that are gonna better me and help me learn and grow. I mean, I'm having fun watching all the clips that pop up on social media, but for me to sit down and really digest it all, I mean, I don't know. I don't even know how I would react. But this is not even me just trying to be shady towards Drag Race. It's even Housewives. Y'all know me. That's like my tried and true. I feel like everyone on reality TV is kind of just exploiting their traumas, which I guess is entertaining to some people. But for me, being a healer, I'm like, oh no, baby, no, like we need to focus on the positive. Like I want to get through all the layers, and it's hard for me to even watch that because I just see people going on loop with the negativity and then, you know, coming for people and giving drama. And I know it's like, girl, you are on reality TV, we are a TikToker, what are you talking about? But I don't know. I think just going through it, I've changed and I've grown, and I'm like, I don't like this. I think I would like Drag Race and Housewives better at the moment if it was just focused on positivity. But I think, you know, in order to get ratings and for the mass majority of people, they like drama, they like negativity, and that's just not my vibe. So, by the way, can we get into my gorgeous Bratz little can or mug, or what would you call this? A glass cylinder? Here's the thing. I don't want this to come across like I'm putting down Drag Race or telling you not to watch it. If you enjoy it, that makes me so happy. I think it's still a highly entertaining show. I am so happy drag is mainstream and airing on network television, or is MTV? I don't know. I want every girl on the new season and all the seasons to come. I mean, there's probably gonna be like 40, 50 seasons of this, right? Drag Race isn't going anywhere. I just send my love to those girls because I know what it's like to be torn apart every week and pitted against the other girls on your cast. It is not fun, so I'm sending my love to them. The only girl that I keep seeing is Mirage. She's been popping up on my TikTok, so shout out, girl. That's sickening. I really don't even have like Drag Race on my feed, and you're popping up, so that means you broke the algorithm, girl. You're a star. I feel like people were so shocked to see her go, even though she's clearly one of the fan faves. I'm like, do y'all not know by now? They do this on purpose because they want you to be talking. If they didn't eliminate Mirage, then there'd be no uproar. There'd be no one talking about the show. So they know what they're doing. It's almost like they have the sugar in every cast moving forward. Now it's like, okay, we'll have the early elimination, get people talking. It's all about ratings. It's all about money. So unfortunately, Mirage had to be the scapegoat. But girl, you're sickening. You're a star. Everyone loves your song. I've been bopping to it. And I don't even watch the show. So that just goes to show. It doesn't matter where you place. It just matters the impact. Can we talk about how amazing Miley was at the Grammys? I really feel like it was her moment. Me just being an OG Day One fan, it was so nice to see her literally get her flowers. I was getting so annoyed with seeing discourse about her hair. I'm like, oh my God, y'all don't get it. If it was up to you, everyone would have the same Marcel wave or the same sleeve. It's like, no, she was going for 80s Dolly classic. I mean, Miley's really in her legend era. She's not trying to be cool, trendy, and hip, which I really appreciate. And it's just so amazing to see an artist in their full creative vortex. Nothing was stopping her. She was a girl on a mission. I'm like, that's my girl. She's unapologetically herself always. And she just commanded that stage. And I really feel like the imagery of her in that Bob Mackie dress is just forever timeless now. And it just makes me so happy to know, like, oh my God, like, I know her. I know that girl. Me and Spice told the story about how we met Miley on the Just Trish podcast. So go and check that out. I feel like it's corny if I repeat it again because then I'm just a broken record. It's like, where's Sugar? Talking about how she met Miley. It's like, girl, come up with something new. Also, the whole Taylor and Lana debacle, it's very interesting. Taylor's a very smart girl, so she knows exactly what she's doing. Recently, I've been getting into Lana myself. I've never really been that big of a fan, but now I call myself Sugar Del Rey because there's a diner by me, Mel's Diner. And I was sitting down there one day and the waitress comes over and she goes, oh, you chose the spot where Lana sits every week with her dad. So now I've been going back every week in hopes to see Lana. I'm like, one day she'll be here, but I just love that. I'm really in my all-American, California, old Hollywood moment in my mind. Like, I like to think of myself as, like, timeless. But it's like, no, girl, you're getting TikTok, not timeless. A quick sugar tip for you. After I blend out my under eye concealer, I always need a little bit more coverage right in that tear duct area. And what I used to do, rookie mistake, I would apply a full layer of concealer again, so a second layer. No, we're just gonna apply a little dot to where we need it. And I barely need this, so just a little goes a long way. I don't really struggle with under eye darkness, so if you do, this is a really great hack because we don't want to be putting so much product underneath our eyes where it gets cakey and drier than a Sahara Desert, or in some cases, drier than my DMs. No, I'm kidding. She's a comedian. Now looking at the camera, my brows are completely uneven, so this is annoying. We're gonna go in and make this a little bit thinner. See, this is why you always have to look back at your work, look in different mirrors. Spice would actually always take photos of her brows when we were first starting. Like she would do them, she would take a selfie, and then she would analyze from there if they were even or not. I'm like, oh, that's pretty smart. Because sometimes when it's on you, you can't really tell. But in a photo, it's like, yes, we are very uneven. Following up on my last video with Farrah, I had so much fun with her. Honestly, the best part was when we left the Grammys party and just went to WeHo. Farrah was like, girl, let's get out of here. I've waited at this party on a line for almost an hour. Let's just go get content and have fun. I'm like, oh my God, let's go to WeHo. I'm sure Gabe will want to take a walking video of us. That was the best part, the Uber from the Grammys to WeHo. We were like legs spread in the car, blasting kawaii Girls' Generation music, and we're taking our photos and we're hyping each other up. It was so cute. Of course, we roll up to Heart, the biggest gay nightclub in WeHo, and like we get out like these little bimbos and we're walking around, we're going to the bathroom, and it was so cute for everyone there. They'll probably never forget the day that Sugar and Farrah Moan were just walking around because honestly, it was so random. And it wasn't until halfway there, we were like, oh my God, this is like their Drag Race viewing night. So of course it was like Minnie and Mickey walking into Disney World, but we loved it. Everyone was being like, oh my God, am I bothering you? I'm like, no girl, that's why we're here. It's like, if you see a drag queen and a wig on, they want attention. So just go up and say hi. And I have to say, I met so much nice people and it was really such a positive experience. A lot of people were like, oh my God, I love your YouTube videos. And that's what was like hitting my heart. Cause I'm like, oh my God, then you get me, you know me. So it was really special. And Farrah was just like loving it. And I haven't been out to WeHo and drag in like 2 years. So it was a little nerve wracking. I'm like, oh my God, what am I walking into here? But thank God everyone was so nice. It's inspiring me to go out more and drag and socialize. But, you know, I do have a big trip with New York and Miami coming up, and I'm going to be in drag, interacting with people. So maybe one day we'll reemerge back into WeHo, but for now, we'll stay in the room. For eyeshadows today, I'm going to be going back and forth with my Kimchi Fairy Tale palette. There's a lot of really good pastel shades in here. My mirror is cracked, but we're going to be dipping into the pinks. Of course, for Sugar's Valentine's Day look, how could we not be using pink? I'm also a big fan of the Anastasia Norvina palette, so I like to call her the Space palette. There's so many good shades in here. We're going to be going into the pinks, of course, and this bright white is life-changing. I like use her every time I do a makeup look. I feel like I was so embarrassing this weekend because I finally went to a downtown warehouse rave and I ended up getting a little bit tipsy. Can I say drunk on YouTube? I don't know. I still want monetization. I am not a big drinker in the slightest. I definitely take after my mom with that one. But I was like, you know what? I need to have fun. I haven't been out in so long. I'm getting my mojo back. And sometimes you do things to learn that you shouldn't do them again. I forgot why I don't go to parties like that in the first place because it's very much like you don't talk to anyone and it's just an eyes-only viewing party, if you will. And for me, I need connection, you know? But somehow I end up being the girl in the back talking someone's ear off to someone that was probably rolling down a hill, if you will. And I'm like, oh my God, you gotta break up with the boyfriend, you gotta do this. And I don't know, I feel like people see drag queens out in the wild and we are the go-ahead to trauma dump, which is fine. I love it. But also it's like time and place, you know, like the girls are trying to get down with the get down and I'm over here helping you break through generational issues on your mom's side. It's like, let's get back to why we're here. But also it's like, I feel like I don't fit in those places because I don't know. Well, I tried to lean into it, which I did, but the next day I'm like, it wasn't worth it. It's not worth the hangover. Like, I just want to be able to go on my hot girl walk in peace and not have to like take 5 Tylenol and have a Mickey D's or Subway sandwich to feel like I'm a person again. I mean, the really embarrassing part was when I am drunk texting people that I shouldn't, and the next day I'm like, oh my God, what did I send? Has that ever happened to you where it hits and all of a sudden you're texting out? It's like, no, stop. They don't deserve your attention. No, they always pay you dust. Do not text. And what do? I text. And I regretted it. And I'm like, oh my God, like, they're never going to respond. And they did, and it was cute. But it's like, girl, choose who you give your attention to wisely. Also, I don't really care. It's like, it's life. Just have fun. Why do we have to be playing these games? I can't with these games. I can't do it. See, look at the difference adding this white shadow to the brow bone does. It's definitely more of a draggy look. This is not your natural fish moment, but it definitely blends the shadow together. So I'm kind of just dragging it down, and then you go back in with whatever shade you're blending for your transition color, and it all kind of just marries. It's nice to add a high point to that brow, especially when you are creating a new brow. So if you're a beginner at makeup or drag makeup, this will definitely help cover up all those mistakes. So you blend this down. You know, it's all a matter of blending, going back. Because right now this looks very clown-like. But then you go back in with your pink shade and then blend it together, and it's very seamless. So for my lid, I'm actually going more circular with the shape, more rounded, if you will. And I'm only saying this because I know in Sugar's world, y'all care about my cut crease. I'm doing this because I'm definitely going more Mycene-esque, very early 2000s before they were pre-bling and very sexified. I'm doing a Mycene dedicated makeup video soon. I have so many doll makeup videos coming. A Barbie one, a Bratz one. You just stay tuned. So much in store. So instead of drawing out my cut crease and getting that feline look like most drag queens, I'm actually going to be focusing on the top part and rounding that out. It's going to look more doll-like, of course, but really more feminine. I would encourage you to try more round shapes instead of always going for the cunty pulled, because you're probably going to look better, especially if you have a male skeleton. Drawing really sharp pulled lines, it's only gonna make you look more masculine, which is fine. We love a fierce look, but I encourage you to try it out, experiment, be more round and doll-like. It's very anime, Korean inspired makeup, but it definitely gives a different type of illusion. Recently, I've been loving the Anastasia loose glitters. I haven't tried the pink one yet, so let's see how she lays. Okay, here goes nothing. Oh, wow. Okay, that's very pretty. It's adding a little bit of pink. Super pretty. So to get that doll-like, more circular illusion, we are just going to be lining that cut crease. And, you know, keep it circular. Don't go angular for this. So then when we come down, we're gonna meet this line with the top. But we're still gonna leave a little bit of space. Just like that. So it should go up and then down, kind of like a little butterfly. And then we're gonna fill in those gaps with more liner and shadow, you'll see. Now when it comes to that top lid liner, we're just going to be connecting that outer V right across that lash line. I used to be so scared of doing eyeliner, but now it's honestly my favorite part because I feel like it's just like coloring. You know, you're just coloring in. Well, actually, no, you're creating the line. So it's not coloring. Doing eyeliner is a mental thing. If you think it's going to turn out bad, it will turn out bad. So use the power of your thoughts and just tell yourself while you're doing your liner, it's coming out amazing. It's coming out amazing. It's the best liner I've ever done. And it will manifest, I promise. Okay, look how life-changing this difference is. I'm packing on a hot pink on my outer crease. It really just brings it all together. Otherwise, it would be too much of an empty space. I mean, unless that's what you're going for, but I feel like this just makes it so much more seamless and blended and fairy-like. Now to emphasize this kind of fairy, butterfly, doll-like moment, we are going in with the bottom lashes. The trick for these is make them really spacey, and also do one right in the center. Gonna feel so crazy, but we're gonna go back and fill them in. Just love this. Y'all know this is Spice and I's signature. There was a minute where I was straying away from doing this because, I don't know, you get sick of the Drag Race fans being like, oh my God, it's always this theme. And it's like, no, girl, it's called having a brand. But then you grow out of that phase of trying to please everyone with your drag, and you're like, wait a minute, this is my drag. I can do whatever I want. So the lashes are back. But y'all know me, I'm a versatile queen, as I always say, always switching it up. Okay, finishing touches. Spice is almost here. We're gonna be filming our Valentine's Day gift exchange over on the Sugar and Spice channel. So definitely go and check that out. Well, I don't know if it's gonna be up yet, but it's definitely gonna be up before Valentine's Day. I'm going in with blush. I feel like this look is not complete without a really powdery pink, cool tone blush. I feel like such a doll. I'm really inspired by birds. I love looking like an exotic bird because I feel like birds are very doll-like. Do y'all feel the character already coming out? I feel like the cunty Sugar. I'm just like obsessed with how this came out. This look is way more line focused instead of really smoking things out. Now, I love a good smoke, but that's when you're in a rush. If you go the extra mile and do line work, the illusion is going to be off the charts, especially from far away, because you're literally creating new shapes on your face. I just love makeup so much, if you couldn't tell. Okay, another Sugar hack. When you are cutting the jawline, don't really go all the way back. I just kind of do right here in more of a round motion. It's gonna give you more of that sunken in Bella Hadid look. I know there's certain drag queens that do that. It's very Neapolitan and they think they're like doing something, but really it's just emphasizing how masculine your face is. And I know the goal isn't always to feminize, but I'm just like, girl, this makes no sense. I know it might be like your brand or something, but mathematically, it literally just isn't adding up. And that's no shade to anyone in particular. It's just me observing makeup. The way I do makeup is not the end all be all. This is not the right way to do it. It's just the way Sugar does it. So, you know, I like to observe other people's makeup. I think it's fascinating. I think you can learn a lot by looking at what you don't like. So it's always a learning experience. Now, the game changer in my highlighting game recently has been using the lemon head glitters. These were actually made famous on Euphoria. The makeup artist swears by these and really gives you that gorgeous iridescent moment. So I already went ahead and applied highlighter. I used the Marilyn Wet n Wild one. She is show-stopping this thing. Now we're going in with the lemon head shade Mirage. Ooh, look at that. Hey, girl. It's really fascinating because it's almost like a putty. It's like a gel formula. So I just tap into her, and now we are going to apply it on the cheek. I love this shade because it has a pink undertone, or I guess it reflects pink. So it's still light, but then when you look to the side, it's like, wow. And it's really not even chunky at all. Like, it's gorgeous. That's all you need to know. It's just gorgeous. And you can add, obviously, as much as you want. This is also great on the center of the lip if you're doing a matte lip. It's also good on the lids. It's also amazing on bare skin. You would think I'd be sponsored by this product, but no. I just love it. It will clear your skin, give you a good great now. And then from far away, it just gives you that gorgeous bam, without being really frosty and chunky. All right, so here is the finished Sugar Times look. Let's get into rating every single Valentine's Day Barbie ever made. So we are starting with 1983 Loving You Barbie. Let's get into what she's giving. Can I zoom in with the nails? God bless. You know, it's a good start. It's very me and Spice when we had our first drag look. Like, the bare bones were there, but a lot of transformation needed to happen. So I'll give her about a 5. We'll start there. Nothing spectacular. Okay, so in 1992, we have Pretty Hearts Barbie. And again, very basic. It reminds me of my mom's styling. I love photos of my mom in the 90s. She kind of had a wedding dress similar to this. She actually had a short wedding dress. So, you know, of course, very Sugar and Spice. She would have it short, like mother, like daughter, I guess. Yeah, I like the hair. Again, we're gonna go another 5. It's a little matronly for me. Okay, 1992, Red Romance. Not Bad Romance. We're gonna give her a 5. Again, I'm not wowed. I don't really know what's going on with the center of the dress. I feel like that's not really smart to have the biggest, loudest part, the center of attention, go right to the midsection, so no. I'm judging these looks as if they were drag looks, okay? Next up, we have Secret Hearts Barbie from 1992. Again, it's a little tacky for my taste. Also, I don't like the hot pink hearts. Or is that the packaging? Whatever's going on, if that's the packaging or the dress, I don't like the combination of the hot pink and then more of the iridescent. I feel like overall just really not cohesive of a look. We're gonna give her a 4. Okay, 1993, Be My Barbie. One, I just love the packaging. It's very 90s. The hair, we're getting there, you know, it's very Saved by the Bell. That's the one drag hairstyle I don't think I'd ever be able to do. That 90s look, it's just not really me, even though Miley just kind of did, well, it was more 80s, whatever. We're gonna give her a 6. This is definitely a step in the right direction with the little Sweethearts theme. Okay, now we have 1994 Valentine Barbie. Again, I'm not really that impressed. I mean, it's kind of princessy with the puff sleeve and the... I guess she could be cute, but I'm not wowed. So we're gonna go with a 5 for her. Okay, 1994, we have Queen of Hearts Barbie, and she is getting a 9 for me. Right out of the gate, very Bob Mackie, very Terry Mugler with the dramatic drag look. This is a doll that is collector baby, okay? I don't know who she is, but you could definitely put her on top of your shelf. Very Spice, I think she would look amazing in this look. Next up, 1995, Valentine Barbie, Target exclusive. She's gonna get a 4. The dress looks cheap. I do like that 90s more princess cut on the top, but overall, no, like I wouldn't even want her. And with that Kanekalon hair, it's not really fun. I kind of like my Barbies to have saran because I feel like it makes them heavier of a doll. With the Kanekalon hair that's way lighter of a feel, it just makes them way too light when you pick them up and they don't feel as expensive. Okay, 1995, Valentine Sweetheart. I'm really liking this. It kind of has a corset effect. The print is okay. She actually does just look really pretty in the face. So we're gonna bump her up to a 6 for sure. Okay, 1995, Valentine Fun Barbie. I'm living for her. She's the first one that isn't giving more of that princessy aesthetic. She's very girl on the go. I feel like I could see just a Barbie girl in the 90s wearing this. Now, it's a little Girl Scout, but I'm here for this. I think this is a fun version of Valentine Barbie, so she's getting an 8. Okay, 1995, Sweet Valentine Hallmark exclusive. Given to matronly, there's not enough cunt factor to her, so she's getting a 3. No, thank you. Okay, now we're talking. We have 1996 Pretty Hearts Barbie. Now, I know to some people, these might look very simple and basic, but to me, I'm here for it. I love how there's 3 different girls, they all come in a different color moment, and sometimes simple is way more effective. Graphically, it looks great. What I'm a big fan of is the little ribbon in the hair. That's just so girly to me, and I feel like Sugar is always doing that, so. I rate them, I don't know. Let's give them a 7 for sure. Okay, next up, 1996 Valentine Barbie. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. I love the coloring. I love the satin dress and then the mesh top. I think it's gorgeous. The purple ribbon is what's getting me. I'm just a sucker for a little hair bow. I think it's just so pretty. I would always do it with my dolls when I was younger, even if they didn't come with a bow. That was me. I was just finding ribbons. So she is definitely a 9 for me. I really like the coloring of this. I didn't get my outfit custom made today. I just kind of put together whatever I had lying around. I'm like, come on. There must be some pick in here. I'm Sugar after all. But I probably would have made my dress something similar to that. The cupcake style, so cute. 1996 Sentimental Valentine Hallmark exclusive. No, it's giving Belle in the Holiday movie when she wore the red dress. But anything Hallmark, it just doesn't feel gay and fun enough to me. So I'm good. 1997 Valentine Date Target exclusive. Okay, I have a love-hate with this doll. I love the cut. It is very Clueless. I think Dion wore a similar maroon outfit in Clueless. So she's great. Again, winning with the ribbon. Love the mesh legging. The heart purse. Yes, man. Did the other girls come with purses? Maybe I'm just blind. I have drag blindness when the contacts and their lashes on. God bless. I love this. I just wish it was pink. If this was pink, it would be home run, baby. But the fact that it's red, she's giving more Christmas, which is an issue for me because if I was thinking of this as a drag look, I would not be wearing all red on Valentine's Day. Like, it's just not gonna happen. I actually really like this silhouette. I might save that for a future look of mine, but, you know, just change up the color. Okay, 1997 Valentine Romance Target exclusive. Okay, she's giving, I love this little white lace bolero moment. You see, this is a red dress, but it works because there's the hearts giving it that Valentine's vibe. Love the choker. It looks like that's a purse too. She's really cute. She's gonna get an 8 from me. Now we have 1997, another Hallmark exclusive. I'm liking this one more than the other Hallmark exclusives because it's giving pink and blue color palette. It actually reminds me of my Beautiful Nightmare look. The gag is about that look. That was supposed to be giving Costume Party Chloe with that color palette. But then after, you know, you're working with new designers, so you never really know how it's going to turn out. And I wasn't really happy with that. It was supposed to be giving something completely different, and it ended up giving Party City cheap. So, but yeah, I'm not even gonna rate this one because I feel like the Hallmark ones don't count. Okay, next up we have 1998, the year I was born, Make a Valentine Barbie. Okay, I'm actually liking her. I think this is more of a modern interpretation of what Barbie was giving. I could see a normal girl wearing this. It's kind of giving me a little bit of xenon with the more metallic fabric choice. The hair, she's cute, so we'll give her like a 7. I'm a sucker for the more turn of the century Barbie, the 2000s Barbies. She just looks more modern to me, but at the same time, I do love the 90s classic Barbie look, so it just depends how they're being executed. Ooh, okay, 1999 Valentine style Target exclusive. This is my favorite so far. I love this little bolero jacket. The choker is gorgeous. It's kind of giving cherries, even though they're hearts on the dress. This is a 10 out of 10. This is the first 10. I like how there's a second option, the brunette. Because, you know, sometimes you're not feeling blonde Barbie and you want brunette. It would have been a full home run if there was a black version as well. But, you know, it was still the 90s, so we'll let it slide. Now we have 1999 XXOO Barbie, and she's a pass. I'm not even going to rate her. The straight bang. I have kind of a vendetta, is that the right word, against bangs, because they always just look so bad on me. I have more of a round, circular face, so bangs, it just doesn't work. And also, it just always emphasizes the jaw. If you're a woman, yes, rock your bang, but any drag queen trying to do a bang, unless it's done right, it could go manly and bottom heavy. I just feel like it emphasizes that. It's like this doll did nothing to you, Sugar. But yeah, she's not getting a rating. Sorry. Or does it make you feel better if I rate her 1? Okay, she gets a 1. Okay, now we have 1999 With Love, Target exclusive. Dang, Target was getting all the Valentine's Barbies. This is giving 2 toddlers and tiara for me. I feel like it's a little bit too basic. It's a little too on the nose. Yeah, this was the scraps doll. They weren't putting their pussy juice into that one. Okay, 2000 Very Valentine Barbie. She's another 10 for me. I love a jacket and a long dress. It's just the drag queen in me. I'm like, cover up that arm. Yeah, she's really cute. I'm matching with my rose choker. Yeah, this reminds me of the Diva Stars. Yes, that's what they were. I think her name was Miranda. My neighbor, Gianna Caruso, had this doll, and I remember wanting to steal it from her so bad. Thank God I didn't, imagine. But yeah, I loved her. Whenever I would go over Gianna's house, I would always play with Miranda. So she reminds me of her, so love that. But it's like, did Miranda come first or her? Probably her, because the Diva Stars weren't until 2001, right? Okay, 2001 Valentine Wishes Barbie. She's giving me nurse. Like, I feel like you would get this doll if you were in a hospital, and that's not really a good thing. It's like, oh, well, they had this Barbie, so here you go. And it's not the Barbie you want, so she's getting, like, a -1. And also, no, maybe it's just a picture, but she's giving ghostly. It's just, there's no. Okay, making our way into the 2000s, we have 2002 XO Valentine Barbie, and this is garbage for me. I don't like the stripes. She just looks really basic. This looks like a grocery store doll. And I know the other dolls were all budget as well, and they were probably sold in the grocery store, which is like peak of my childhood, going into a CVS or grocery store and being like, well, there are dolls here. I guess it makes the trip worth it, even though I always hated grocery shopping unless it was with my mom because she would let us get more fruit snacks, you know, like the Winx Club and what were the other girly fruit snacks? Did they have Barbie ones? I don't know. So she's like a 2. Okay, 2003 Valentine Romance Barbie. Again, I'm not a fan of this Barbie face. She's giving more ballerina tease. I do like that cut. That's really cute. But it's a little matronly, and at this point in the 2000s, I would like to see Barbie go a little bit younger. So she's gonna get about a 3. Okay, speaking of younger, now we have it. 2004 Hearts and Kisses. They must have learned from the year before. This is way more teen queen Barbie. This is kind of the 2000s Barbie, I know. I love that boop, side part, slick, and then bumped up. That's definitely one of Spice and I's signatures, so it's definitely sugar-proof there. I love this. It reminds me of the show Unfabulous with Emma Roberts. Like, I feel like she would wear an outfit like this. Very early Disney Channel. Okay, now we have 2005 With Love Barbie. And it's giving me Cali Girls Barbie. She's more beachy with kind of this more maxi skirt. She's okay with the red. I prefer my Valentine's girls to be pink. So she's gonna get about a 5. Okay, 2006, I Love Valentine's Day Barbie, and she's like a 2. She just looks way too young, way too kiddie for me. Again, it's the balance. So you don't want Barbie to be giving too matronly, and you don't want her to be giving too kiddie young. I feel like she just flops. The teddy bear is cute though, so she's gonna get about a 4. I love how it's about, because I'm like, I'm not feeling it anyway. 2007 XO Valentine, throw in the trash. Just looks super basic. I don't like this polka dot top and then the ruffled skirt. It just feels uninspired. Okay, 2008 Valentine Glam. No. It just looks really cheap. This is giving me more Barbie Extra tees. Well, not Barbie Extra. What is it? The Basics line recently that just gives basic. It's just, it looks cheap. She was probably like a CVS 7-Eleven doll that was only being sold there, so I shouldn't be going off on her right now. It's like time and place. Ooh, okay, 2009 Valentine Wishes Barbie. This silhouette is really cute. I remember a lot of Barbies at this time kind of having this little banjo top moment and the ruffles, so that's really cute. Yeah, she's getting better. Again, it's just, I don't really like this aesthetic overall, this era for the basic Barbies. Now, the 2009 Model Muses, the 2009 Collector Barbies, yes ma'am. 2011 I Love Valentine's. I feel like they're not even real dolls because, like, you would just pass them in the store. Like, they just don't even count because there's so many amazing Barbies. Y'all probably think I'm a Barbie hater, but no, it's just like, I know how I want to see my favorite girl, and this is not it. It's very kiddie, just no. And the hair is really basic. There's just no inspiration. I understand these are mass-produced dolls, and they're probably selling for less than $10. But come on, these kids can sense when there's inspiration and thought and time and love put behind this. I mean, she's a waste. She's just gonna end up in the bin with the rest of the Barbies, okay? She is not top shelf material. 2004 Cupid's Kisses, yes ma'am, she's a number 10. I'm pretty sure this is a Silkstone, and I'm just in my Silkstone era. I love the Silkstones, the vintage vibe, the way they're painted. They're timeless. And like I said earlier, I'm in my timeless era. I love these girls, and I love just everything about her. She's a red Valentine's Barbie that is done right. Miss Spice would look amazing in this look. I'll have to send this to her. 2014 Be My Valentine. She's getting better with the hairstyling. Again, this just reminds me of all those kind of cheap Barbies that I was never into. I'm not wowed. Just another blonde pink girl. It's like, come on, we could be more creative. What about giving Barbie there hasn't been one pink-haired Barbie. Like, how has that not happened? Oh my god. Okay, Valentine Sweetie, 2015 Barbie. Okay, she's getting me more 50s vibe. With the bow and the hair, we're getting there. Again, I just need Mattel to take it the next level and make her more stylized. And in turn, she would just be more of a fun doll, you know? It's giving Kohl's right now, it's giving Sears. And we need to be giving Lux, high-end. Okay, getting to the end, we have 2015 Valentine Barbie. Ooh, she's giving me Kit Kit Ridge with a little boop boop. I love a flip out. I need to do that soon. You know me, when I do my more vintage pin-up-y looks, that's always a classic for Miss Sugar. Yeah, she's cute. We'll give her like a 7. I'm not mad at her. I want more glam, but it's okay. I need like a Mycene Valentine's Barbie. Well, I guess that's me, but... Okay, 2018 Celebration doll. Okay, Barbie's going more fashion. We'll give her a 7. I like this dripping hearts motif. I could see an abstract painter or a design collab with this. Maybe a Jeremy Scott Moschino moment. So she's super cute. I would lose the sunglasses though. I feel like sunglasses don't work with a more evening gown. Well, that is it for today's episode of Sugar Gets Glam. I hope you have an amazing Valentine's Day filled with love, laughter, and of course, sugar. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.